Barak, Yahweh, Alam, Shadawan, planet Earth. Welcome back to TRU-TALK. Excuse me. Hope all is well. Love is the fulfillment of the law. Pretty simple and straightforward, right? So it seems all we got to do is love, and we'll fulfill the law. But then you got to ask, what is love? And how do I love? And am I loving the right way? Because we can assume what love is or think we loving, because as is written in the word in Proverbs, there's a way that seems right to a man, but it leads to destruction. So even though we may think we love him or doing certain things right, if we don't examine ourselves and look deeply to make sure that we in the faith, that we living up to scriptures. And one of the ways to do that is through scriptures. We let scriptures interpretate scriptures. Who are more witness. We let the Holy Scriptures confirm one another. And these things are basically our instructions. They are not merely words on a piece of paper. As we know, these are the Most High laws, statutes, commandments, His instructions for us. And we know that His word, His law, is spiritual. So this thing is spiritual. And we have to eat this thing and live by this thing and practice these spiritual acts by living them out and letting the benefits and the evidence prove itself. I always tell people, those that like to be bold and say, I read the Bible twice, or I read the Bible, or, there's good stuff in the Bible, but, you can't believe all of it. They say stuff like that, and I always ask, when you read it, first, did you understand it? And second, did you apply it? And did you apply it the right way? And did you give it time? Was you patient? Because the scripture says we got to, as hidden treasure, we should search out the word. That we should. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Had to make sure there was no interruptions. You know how that goes. But nevertheless, one of the things they tell us in Christianity is, or religion is, especially the main. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Especially the mainstream religion is that the only thing we got to do is love. That love is fulfillment of the law. And that we don't have to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments that the Most High commanded us to keep. So basically, they telling us you don't have to listen to the Most High. You don't have to do what the Most High tell you to do. In hindsight, basically that's what they're telling you when they say you don't have to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. And they like to call it the law of Moses or Moses' law. But that's what they call it. But Moses did not come up with the law. It's not Moses' laws. It's the Most High laws, statutes, and commandments. If you remember, Moses went up to the mountain to receive the 10 commandments from the Most High, laws, statutes, and commandments. And he said, thus, this what the Most High says. So these are the Most High words, Most High instructions. But how the devil works, and it works through religion and Christianity and everything else, you know.
Hey, what's wrong? What's up? What's up? You sent for me?
So the enemy, how the enemy works is, you know, as it's written, he come as an angel of light. So we can't be surprised if he show up as a priest, he show up in religion, he show up in anything that the Most High got going on to try to deceive and you know, as the scripture says, he's only come to steal, kill, and destroy, and that's his mission. So we got to be careful when knowing that, as is written, we can't be ignorant of the devil devices. So he will come and describe and cover himself or describe himself as if in religion or if it's something good. You know, we often say, you know, in TVs and Hollywoods, they like to show the devil as this horned red man with this ugly face, but that's not how he come, you know, and it's contrary to the scriptures. The scripture said he was very beautiful. So he, you know, he was dealt with, you know, diamonds and his pipes, you know, like he have a beautiful voice. So, you know, he's, you know, he's not gonna come to you as something scary or something that's gonna look evil. He's gonna come to you something righteous, and uh, he's gonna deceive you with words, just as the serpent did Eve. It beguiled her, you know, and one of the ways he beguiled us is with this word love. You know, love is love. I'm pretty sure y'all done heard that before. Pretty sure y'all done heard that before. Just, you know, as long as you love and not hurt nobody, do what you want to do. But do as thou will. And it all ties back into whatever makes you feel good without no boundaries. But how Satan worked, the trick, how he tricked us in religion through Christianity, he says, you know, just love. That's all you gotta do is love. And we don't take the account in that we don't truly know how to love. That we cannot love on our own without knowing what love. The Most High Creator created us, so he got to tell us everything to truly. And when you have a child, don't you have to teach your child what to eat, how to eat, what not to do? The Heavenly Father is our Father. He's the same way. So through the scriptures, he teaches us what to eat, what not to eat, what to wear, what not to wear. And he teaches us how to love. You know, a lot of times, you know, this world, when we talk about being self-righteousness, we look at it as thinking you better than somebody. And yeah, that's one way to look at it. But another way to look at it, when you self-righteousness, it's your self-righteousness. It's you trying to be righteous by yourself. And I think that's what the church promote when they tell us you don't need the law, statutes, and commandments. Just love, because they think we already know how to love and they know how to love. So we gonna love and how do you know how to love? How do you know how to love better than the Most High? First of all, what is love? Like I myself, I didn't know what love is until I started digging into the scriptures and the Most High dealt with me on what is love and the fruits of the spirit. And how love is patient and love is kind. And love is not just a feeling, but it's an action. And even the word love means to support and to give, and not just give as uh, material things or money, but give your time, give your patience, uh, give your ear, to support uh, with just comfort and being there. But nevertheless, they tell us to just love, and we as people, I know me, a lot of us feel like if we don't hate nobody, then we love them. If I don't have no ill will against you, if I don't have anger towards you, if I don't feel some type of hate towards you, then I automatic must love you. That's why when you ask people, do you love this person? They're like, yeah, I don't hate them, so yeah, I love them. Yeah, I love the world because I don't hate the world, so I guess I love them. So if we don't hate them, we just default as we love them. But you cannot hate somebody and also not love them. For example, if you see a poor person on the street hungry, and you may not know that person, you may not have no negative emotion towards that person uh, physically or emotionally. But if you see that person in need and you don't help them, you're not concerned with helping them, then you're not showing love to them. You're not being a brother to them. And as we know, love is the fulfillment of the law. And one of the scriptures they like to go to is this right here. Love works no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is fulfillment of the law. Romans 13. Yeah. And that's true. But how does love work no illness? See, what we need to understand is the law is to fulfill, love is fulfillment of the law because the law is love. The law teaches us how to love. It teaches us how to love the Most High. A lot of things the Christian church like to say, Christ says, when a man asks, what are the two greatest commandments? And he'll say, Christ says, the first one, love the Father with all your mind, might, body, soul, and heart. The second one is like it, love thy neighbor as thyself. So they'll try to use that to say, see, it all comes back to love. And you say, yeah, but the Messiah never said that was all the commandments. Remember the man asked, what's the two greatest? And he said, these are the two greatest. In other words, what are the most important laws? And Christ said, these two are the most important. And why they are most important? Because honestly, they fulfill the whole law. To love the Most High, you will obey him. If you obey him, you will treat others how you treat yourself, because that's what the Most High command us. Now, when we look at the laws, let's just look at the first 10. And I'm pretty sure y'all heard this before. But the first But 4 or 5 teach us how to love the Most High. How do you love him? He tells you, put nobody before me. Put no other God before me. Do not say my name in vain. Do not worship or bow down to anything that's not, no idols. That's not me. If you do that, you're not loving me. You're not showing love to me. Keep my Sabbath. One of the ways we show the Father that we love him, as I like to say, his Father's Day, Father's Day, keeping the Most High holy day that he made for us to rest. But when you keep that, it shows that you love the Father. So if we did not have them instructions, how would you know how to love the Father? Because there's a lot of people that claim they love the Most High. I heard some witches saying, oh, I believe in the Father, I love the Father, but I just do this, I just do that. I believe I can do this, and people feel that way. We say, well, according to Scripture, you're not loving the Most High. The Most High tell us and teach us how to love him. And he teach us how to love others. How can you do no ill to your neighbor? Don't sleep with his wife. Don't kill him. Don't bear false witness on him. Don't lie to him. Notice it did not say thou shalt not lie. It said thou shalt not bear false witness. So you lying on somebody. But once you start reading the commandments, it'll get to thou shalt not lie. But right there, it just tells you don't lie on others. So that's how you can love others, but not lying on them. Tells you not to covenant after their wives. Don't be jealous or envy of them. So it's teaching us how to love others. I always say, how can you love others if you don't love yourself? A lot of us don't even love ourselves and don't know how to love ourselves. But the Most High tell us how to love ourselves through the law. You should eat this. You shouldn't eat that. Those are rules for us to teach us how to love ourselves. If you don't love yourself, you'll just eat anything. That's why people 500 pounds, high blood pressure, getting their foots and arms chopped off, got headaches, can't enjoy their life because they sick. How can you say you truly love yourself if you do that to yourself? How can you love somebody if you're not taking care of yourself and loving yourself? And if I take care of myself, and if I don't eat nothing that's gonna harm me, I'm not gonna give nobody else something that's gonna harm them. See how that works? So now that I know how to love myself, I can be able to love somebody else in ways, I don't, and it teaches us even how to love our enemies. It says, when you see your enemy, by the way, and they need help with a burden, it says help them. It says if they thirsty and need something to drink, give them something to drink. So it teaches us how to love the Most High. It teaches us how to love others. It teaches us how to love ourselves. It teaches us how to love our enemies. It even teaches us how to love animals. It says don't muffle the ox when he's at work, when he plowed him. Let him be able to eat. Let's talk about not eating the mother chicken and her children at the same time. Have enough love for the animals that you allow the mother to be free so she can reproduce and make other babies. That's not just love, that's wisdom in that. When you're thinking about, the birds and, the mother bird have birds and she keep having birds and those birds keep having birds. But if you just eat the mother and the baby, then you cut off generation of this bird having, you know, unthinkable babies. You don't know how many lives you took just by taking that mother bird's life. So that's why there's wisdom in the law and there's love in the law. The law is our wisdom. It is our love. It teaches us how to love. Love is wisdom. Love is the fear of the Most High is wisdom, the beginning of wisdom. And the Most High is love. Like it all works together, but without the law, we would not know these things. So basically, you just try to go on yourself, and you just trying to love off your own understanding and what you think love is, then the truth is you're gonna be in error. And that's what the church does not teach us. You know, it's almost like church, you know. I used to go to some churches and pastors they just be yelling, it's time to get it together. We gotta do what's right. We can't play church no more. And everybody just be so moved and like, yeah, you right. We gotta get it right. We can't play church no more. But don't tell us how to get it right. But he never tell us how not to play church. How we supposed to get it right. That's the same way when you tell somebody to love, but don't tell nobody how to love or what is love. You telling me it's time to get it right and stop playing church, and I agree with you, but how do I do that? By obeying the Most High. So love is fulfillment of the law because the law is love. And if you understand the law and know the law, then you'll know how to love. And once you love, you can complete the law because all the law is love. Every last one of us teaching you how to love the Most High, how to love your neighbors, how to love each other, how to treat each other, do different things, how to be clean, how to love yourself. So once you understand that the law is teaching us how to love, when you hear love is the fulfillment of the law, you'll know, oh, okay, love is fulfillment of the law because the law is love. The law is teaching us how to love. So once I know the law, then I can know how to love, then I can fulfill the law because I'm loving the Most High like I'm supposed to love him. I'm loving my neighbor like I'm supposed to love him. I'm loving myself and treat myself like I'm supposed to love and treat myself. So now I'm fulfilling the law by love. And we know it's written, if you love me, you'll keep my commandments. So if I love the Father, I obey him and do the things he tell me. And when I love the Most High and I believe him about his son. I believe his son also. I believe in his son and I believe his son's word. I have faith in his son and trust in his son to forgive me for the times that I don't love, for the times I don't show love, for the times I break the commandment. Every time you break the commandment, you're not showing love towards the Father, yourself, or your neighbor. And when you look at it like that, you will start loving and respecting the commandments because you cannot love and respect the commandments if you don't love the Father. Because there's some laws and statutes you may not agree with, but because you love the Father, you will agree with those. But then the Most High will give you understanding. You'll say, you know what? His ways is right and good. He knows better than me. And you will start to love the laws, statutes, and commandments because they are for our benefit. They are for our love. And when I thought about that, before I end, how great is that? Like, how merciful and loving is the Most High? Where he would tell us to obey me. And by obeying me, it's not going to harm you. It's going to teach you how to love yourself, others, and me. I'm going to show you the way. And if you do that, if you love me, yourself, and your lovers, we all want love. We all want others to love us. and we want to be loved, and we want our love to be received, and we want to be able to receive others' love. So this is not something we don't want. We want the love. But he teaches us how to love in the right way. And he said, if you love in the right way, which what we want, it's going to benefit us. He said, keep my commandments and I bless you. Basically, love yourself, love me, love your neighbors, love your enemies. This is going to be beneficial for you because not only when you do this, it's going to be beneficial because you love doing it, because you rejoice in doing it, but it's going to give you a better life. You're going to be blessed because, but if you don't keep my commandments, you start hating, being jealousy, envy, selfish. Don't think about yourself. Remember, one of the things love is selflessness. So when you be selfish, you're not working in love. You want to think about yourself and not others. So when you start doing all those things, not only would you not like it because you will start being mistreated and it'll make you feel bad, but you bring a curse upon yourself. Most High gave us good things to do so we can be blessed. He like, I will bless you for being good. And those good things is good for you. It's like somebody giving you, if I can explain it, like it's like somebody giving you money, happiness, peace, joy. And they say, here, take this love, happiness, and peace and joy and be blessed. But if you reject this love, happiness, and peace and joy, you won't be blessed. Why wouldn't you take the love, peace, happiness? Not only because you'll be blessed if you take it, but because you want peace, love, happiness, and all that stuff. So like all this stuff that I want, I can have it. And also on top of that, you'll bless me for doing what I want to do. You'll bless me for being loved. You'll bless me for loving others. But he said, yeah, I bless you for when you accept peace, love, and happiness. Not only will you have peace, love, and happiness, but I'll bless you for having peace, love, and happiness. Or you cannot have peace, love, and happiness and reject that, reject loving me and my people and loving yourself and others, and the curse come on you. So you saying, wait a minute, I don't want to not love myself. I don't want for others to hate me. I don't want to not love you. But I can choose that. And if I choose that, a curse is gonna come with it too. He said, yeah, basically, choose life or choose death. Which one would you choose? What's the better deal? I mean, he giving us everything we want, but we could choose to obey. And like I said before, we keep his laws, but we believe in his son more than anything. We love him because of what he done for us through his son. That's why we love him and his son. And because we love him and his son, we keep the laws. And if we show any type of jealousy or anger, or other words, hate, because when you break the law, that's what you're doing, showing hate. Then we forgive others for showing hate to us. And we can also be forgiven for the times we show hate to others because we love the Father and the Son and believe in him. We can have that forgiveness. So didn't want to be on here too long. I hope that makes sense. That without the law, you cannot love. If you ain't loving, you're not fulfilling the law. Love is fulfillment of the law because the law is teaching and telling us how to love. So next time, Shalom.